Hello, my name is Trevor Edmonds. I'm the conservation lead for the Saginaw Basin Land Conservancy. We're a nonprofit organization that's based in Bay City, but we've been working in Saginaw this year and last year on the Pollinator project. Last year in 2016, we started a pilot version of the project where we worked with the Saginaw County Land Bank and with funding from the Harvey Randall Wicks Foundation to do initial plantings on 10 different sites around the city, both the east and west side, to try out different techniques of preparing the sites and planting them. So based on the information and results we garnered from that pilot project, we used that to inform a more full-blown version of the Pollinator project in 2017. We've been doing this on 50 acres throughout the city, which basically equates to about 300 lots, and that again is both on the east and west sides of town. Funding for this project this year came from the Saginaw County Land Bank, the Harvey Randall Wicks Foundation again, the C.K. Eddy Memorial Fund, which is through the Huntington National Bank, the William F. McNally Family Foundation, the Frank N. Anderson Foundation, and we also received some additional funding from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services Partners for Wildlife program. So basically, just to kind of give you guys a little rundown, you can see behind me, this is a somewhat typical condition of a lot when we get to it. Sometimes there's a little bit more debris on site, but generally all of the lots are overgrown with vegetation. So the typical process for preparing a lot is cleaning up all the debris, whether it's items that have been dumped or have blown into the site, even down tree limbs, removing those. We come in and treat the site to kill all the vegetation. So as you can see, like everything's kind of yellowed on this site. It was treated about 2 weeks ago by a contractor we work with to assist us on the project. And once the site has been treated, we come in and we mow all the vegetation down, basically try to scalp it down to ground level. And then after that, we will come back in and do a follow-up treatment to spot treat anything that might not have been hit the first time around. And once that is completed, we then plant the site. We use 2 different planting techniques at this point, depending on the location of the vacant lots we're working on. We have a taller growing wildflower approach, which uses a wildflower seed mix with a variety of different species that can grow anywhere from 2 to 3 feet in height, and there are some species that do grow lower in those mixes. But for lots that are in more like smaller parts of the city or areas where you might just have a couple lots in the middle of a neighborhood with a lot of people still living around. We have a lower growing approach that we call a flowering lawn technique, and that's a blend of lower growing fescue grasses and with a handful of other lower growing flowering species such as Dutch white clover, lance leaf self-heal, and things like that that only grow up to about 12 to maybe 18 inches tops. That'll be a much more lower growing, more manicured look in more populated areas of the city. So this is something that we've been working on this year, and we are going to be expanding the project in 2018 and in the future as well. But this year in 2017 has really given us a great opportunity to work on a very widespread, quite a lot of areas around the city. To do 50 acres of this work, and it's been great just meeting a lot of the neighbors as we've been out doing the project. It's just really fulfilling to be out and have people come out and talk just about what we're doing, and a lot of people are happy just to see some of these additional lots being cleaned up, and it's great to work with the land bank on a project of this nature.